Hey guys, this is Seerat Sohi. We're going to be bringing you coverage of Women's March Madness through the tournament. And we're going to be talking first off about, obviously, Caitlin Clark. If there's one thing we know about Caitlin Clark, aside from her game-changing, geometry-altering logo threes, it's that she knows how to take control. With a simple flick of the wrist and a well-timed raise of the arms, she can make the home crowd at Carver Hawkeye Arena and increasingly everywhere else cheer in gleeful compliance. Even if they do make it to the Elite Eight, they're likely going to be facing UCLA or LSU, two powerhouses that were number 1 and number 3 in rebounding this season. Hannah Stuelke and Sydney Affolter, whose size and playmaking has given Clark a release valve in Molly Davis's absence, are seemingly getting better by the game, and they'll need to keep it up. Lauren Betts, UCLA's leading scorer at 6'7", would be a handful for Iowa's undersized front court. So would Angel Reese, one of the top rebounders in the nation. Iowa is ranked number 2 in the country, and FanDuel currently has them tied with LSU with the second best odds of winning the whole thing. But the bracket is outlined to give the Hawkeyes their toughest potential road back to the Final Four, including a potential rematch with LSU in the Elite Eight. Before that, they're likely to run into Kansas State, who handed Iowa one of its only 4 losses this season in November, behind a defensive game plan executed by a physical backcourt that goaded Caitlin Clark into her worst shooting night of this season. Luckily for the Hawkeyes, despite Monica Sanano and McKenna Warnock graduating, they're better than the team that lost to LSU last season. They're even better than the team that lost to Kansas State in November. The Hawkeyes, who already led the nation in points per game last season, have ratcheted up that total by 5 points, and it's in part because Clark has never been better at leveraging the attention she demands. But when I watch her, the thing I'm struck most about is the tension between the moments when she looks like Steph Curry, a 4-time champion, and the moments she looks like Trae Young, an incredibly talented player who is yet to crack the code of winning at the highest level. The differences are subtle, but the impact is huge. Clark has a Curry-esque way of spreading joy and challenging the limits of the game. She's coachable, quick to pass the ball, always deflecting credit and focusing on the big picture on and off the court. She's a good teammate and a growing leader, one who understands the magnitude and responsibility of the moment she's helped create, and everyone who came before her that made it possible. And then there's the heel, the foul mouth, fuck around and find out, I'm taking this 3 and that 3 and taunting your best player, and I don't care what you think about it. You either love this version or you love to hate her. She can be ill-tempered and flamboyant and defiant and demanding. She can lose it at refs and occasionally at her teammates when they don't catch her whip-fast passes or give her the ball. This is the Clark who spent last year's championship game against LSU in foul trouble. Caitlin isn't always the best at letting things go and adjusting. She's needed both sides of herself, the hero and the heel, to navigate a career where parents were complaining about her kicking their sons' asses as early as 7th grade, where she heard overrated chants all through high school and was booed in packed college arenas. By now, even the haters have become converts, and in a similar fashion, both sides of Clark's personality have started to coalesce. You could see it happening, ironically, in the moment that symbolized the well-earned arrogance that's defined her college career. In the first minute of Iowa's mid-February clash against Michigan, Clark rattled off 6 quick points, putting her a 3-pointer away from breaking the NCAA women's all-time scoring record previously held by Kelsey Plum. Underneath the hoopla surrounding Clark's record-breaking feat, a quieter reform was taking place. It bodes well for Iowa, and it bodes well for Clark's future in the WNBA. Iowa has the experience factor too. Fifth-year seniors Kate Martin, Gabby Marshall, and Molly Davis, who's currently rehabbing a knee injury and could return this March, have walked through the fire together. Tactically and emotionally, March Madness is going to provide the exact kind of test the Hawkeyes have spent the season preparing for. The authority, audacity, and accuracy of her 3-point shots has made her college basketball's biggest star, a chart-topping phenomenon whose record-breaking feats have attracted record-breaking crowds, selling out arenas and taking television ratings to new heights. Her movements, the way she flexes, snarks, and struts around the court have created a movement. In what will be her final year in Iowa before she enters a WNBA draft, the only thing missing from Clark's resume is a national title. Clark is going to need to be at the top of her game because she's potentially facing a slate that's almost lab-designed to exploit her sorest spots.
Caitlin Clark becomes the all-time leading scorer in major college basketball history.
So make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. Stay tuned for all of the exciting women's basketball coverage we got coming your way.